So this is the name chart and the shush chart that I use every day in class. You can get this copied in color and laminated from Copy Central and have it poster size. I'm going to start with the shushes. Once it's poster sized, you would just cut it off, cut it in half, and hang it on your board, preferably a white magnetic board, or tape it. So it's reasonable for you to shush the class 3 times. If you shush, when you shush the class once, just put a magnet next to number 1 so they can see. Shush it twice, magnet next to number 2. Shush them 3 times, magnet next to number 3. If you shush them 4 times, you have to stop class, and it's 30 seconds of dead silence. 5 times is 1 minute of dead silence. 6 times is 2 minutes of dead silence, and just continue on and on. So that's for the general. That's for the entire class shushing. And then if you have individuals, you go to the name section. So let's say Joe and Sue are talking or disrupting. So they basically wake up the board. And that's why this icon is like, sorry, they're all oops, but they're not in trouble yet. And let's say Mike and Dave have an issue. Well, I don't know why you guys are having an issue, because Joe and Sue just got their name on the board. Now you've got your name on the board. And then Brian and Dylan get their name on the board. Okay, well, they have filled up what's reasonable. Now, what's not reasonable is to get your name here. So let's say that Mike and Dave talked again. Okay, well, Mike and Dave were on the board twice, so they automatically get a detention. But let's say brand new people talk. So let's say John and Emily are talking. Well, because a reasonable disruption happened here, it's no longer reasonable once you're here. So Joe and Sue started it, and then Mike and Dave continued it, and Brian and Dylan continued it. But because it went past the reasonable, every single one of these people have a detention. So Joe and Sue and Mike and Dave and Brian and Dylan and John and Emily have a detention. They don't have a detention because of John and Emily. They have a detention because everybody was a part of it. So that's basically, and then detention. So this is reasonable. This is not reasonable. And because this is not reasonable, everybody above them gets a detention. So that's it. And if you have any questions, you can come see me personally.